Well, you could say I kind of talked myself into this one, but it'll be clean enough to eat my dinner off. Yeah. Okay, so my neighbour Alvy just shouted me from over the fence to say if I wanted to take around the wheel that's come off the Mustang, the smashed in one, and he'll take the tyre off for me. That way we can see if we can reuse the pressure sensor and put them in the new wheels. So I'm going to roll this bad boy around, and yeah, he's going to whip it off for me. Cool. Boom! Excellent. Elvie just tugged the stem out with a special tool that he had, and then yeah, just obviously took the tyre sensor, pressure sensor off with the little screw. So that's really cool. He did advise definitely to renew the stems, and yes, that is good practice to do so. So I shall be doing that. I've got new stem valves on order. They found them on eBay, surprisingly. So they should be arriving certainly probably early next week. Now, I had another delivery arrive this morning. Let's check out what it is. Wimpystang deliveries. That is some good solid packaging right there. Okay, so this is a direct replacement for my smashed in one. Now, there you go. That one runs nice and flat, because that's not straight either. This whole bow here needs to have sort of a uniform distance behind it, because this part goes obviously in behind here, like so. So it also gives me a good understanding of straightening out this seam here and just knocking this part in flat. So before I do any work on that inner wheel arch, I really wanted to just give this engine bay a bit of TLC. Obviously there's quite a lot of glass and reminiscence of the accident still under the hood. There's still what looks like a bird's nest sat in the middle of that V8. Obviously it's still covered in that Jacksonville, Mississippi dust. So the port call is bust out the Hoover. Then I've got an awesome product that should make this engine look absolutely pucker. Let's get cracking. Now I used this stuff, decrust net, on loads of stuff. It says it's ideal for loads of stuff, but one of the things it says it's ideal for is vehicles, and it lists wheels and engines. Super. This stuff is excellent. It does all the work for me. All I have to do is spray it on, leave it for a little while, and then rinse it off. Obviously you might have to give it a little bit of a clean down afterwards, but this stuff is excellent. Let's get diluting. So I'm going to leave it now to do its thing for 10-15 minutes. Normally that should be enough time for it to do all its work. Just enough time for me to get a cup of tea. Cup of tea and a rinse. Let's go. So I'm really happy with how it came out. That was good. I really enjoyed that actually. Cleaning engines are one of those things where I always find it's really quick to do, but it's really gratifying because it starts off absolutely minging, and then within half an hour it's like you can eat your dinner off it. Thanks to that product I was using anyway. Obviously sometimes spraying water all over engines, I wouldn't recommend doing it obviously on a regular basis, but when an engine is being neglected as much as this one, it really does need water to wash out all the gunk in all the nooks and crannies. But yeah, it turned out really great. Let's go and have a closer look. Come and check it out. Well, I'm really pleased with how the engine bay turned out. There's something strangely satisfying about cleaning an engine bay. Or is that just me? Next job is get that spare wheel off, grab a mallet from the Wimpy caravan and start tapping out that wheel arch. Let's get started. So the other day I managed to just straighten up a bit this seam here. Might do the trick. Obviously that support bracket's gone absolutely fine. It's great to see actually that all the bolts, all the holes lined up perfectly, so there was obviously no major deformation within that area, because if not, obviously all these holes and the holes on the other side wouldn't have lined up as perfect as they had done. So all good news. Today let's try and find the hardware. Obviously the wing, I'm just going to wang it on, try and get this side skirt on. Obviously again, let's see, hope I've got, fingers crossed, I have all the hardware. If not, at least I'll know what's missing, I can get them on order. So let's get cracking. Oh, that's a D. Hello? Yeah. Well, that's actually, with a bit of pushing and pulling, I'm not intending to get the, I wasn't intending to get the panel lines lined up today, but it's doing all right actually. I'm going to keep tugging and pushing and see how good I can actually get them. Let's keep going. To be fair, that's not a bad line for just wanging the panel back on. Don't know how I'm going to kind of close this gap on the bottom, but I'm not going to start fanning around with that now. But yeah, all the hardware was there. Happy days. So far so good. Still snoring away. Let's try and get this side skirt on. Yeah! Something tells me I'm missing something here. Let's see if I can find it. Possibly this. Time out. Well, I've got one done what I needed to get done. Time to go and rescue Juliet. Laters. Well, it is about that time again. It's Bud o'clock, keeping it authentic. Do you see what I did there? all American. Yeah, I've worked up a bit of an appetite as well, actually. Feel a bit of American burger and chips coming on. Wash it down with my bud. Yeah. Say, I kind of talked myself into this one, but it'll be clean enough to eat my dinner off. It's like you can eat your dinner off it. Yeah. That's pretty good. Not quite sure where to put the beer though. Oh, perfect. Excuse me, sir. Le descend, s'il vous plaît. Merci. Merci. Well, that actually wasn't too bad, actually. The actual having the chips in the engine, as the engine was hot, actually kept my chips nice and warm. I kind of highly recommend it. As far as American dining experiences go, that's about as American as you can get. And I should know, because I used to work at TGI Fridays. Seriously. See? Even got my old uniform and everything. See, I had badges and everything. That one was for running fast, I think. Yeah, I don't know, forget. But yeah, it's all been quite a bit of fun. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you enjoyed this episode. Coming up next, I've ordered some gangster wheels. They're coming. They're coming. You're gonna love them. You're gonna love them. Don't miss out. Hit subscribe. Post notifications on. And like I say, if you've enjoyed watching, hit that like button. Thumbs up. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next episode. Alright. Laters. I used to be good at this. I used to do this for a living. I own the prize. Ha! 2-pack. Told you I was a gangster. Yeah.